Hey guys, it's Libby, and today I'm doing my wrap-up for the month of December, and also I'm going to pick the winner of the giveaway of the signed copy of Illuminae. Both of these are coming out a little bit later than I had hoped, but there's always that inevitable bunch of videos that you have to make at the end of the year, and then sometimes, you read a Shakespeare play and then you desperately have to express your thoughts in video format, something we all can relate to, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and find out who is winning this copy of Illuminae. It is a signed copy. Not signed there. Nope. Not signed there. Or there. I missed it. No. Okay. There it is. I promised. I've written all of your names down and put them into this mason jar cup. There are only like 3 of you, so your odds are pretty good. Shake them up. My hand does not fit. Someone come to me. Okay, this one. It is Maya. It's focusing, it's thinking, it wants to focus. Maya, from Maya Reads. Congratulations, Maya. I will also be sending you a YouTube private message so that you can send me your postal information, and then I will send this on the way to Finland. So in December, I read 1 illustrated novel, listened to 1 audiobook, and then read 6, for a total of 8 things, 6 short stories. Now pretty much all of these I read during the Cramathon, so since I went into great detail of those in my Cramathon vlogs, I'm just going to give you a list of the good, the meh, and the ugly from this note card. So, the good, The House of the Ants by Zen Cho. The 3 Resurrections of Jessica Churchill by Kelly Robson. I know I was kind of meh about that story when I was talking about it in the vlogs, but now that I've gotten some distance, I'm thinking better thoughts about it. It has a lot of similar elements to Michel Faber's Under the Skin, which is one of my favorite books. So now that I'm sort of thinking about it in the context of that, I'm liking it more, and I think I do want to give it a reread. It does have graphic sexual violence in it, just the more you know. And then my last good is that game we played during the war. The meh stories are Good for Grapes by Kelly Robson and 2-Year Man by Kelly Robson, and The Inventions of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. Here it is. I will say, while this was meh for me, and I wouldn't recommend it as a must-read to most people, if you are really into early film, like pre-1915, this book would probably have more interest for you. And then The Ugly, The Birthmark by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Duh. That was an atrocity. And then the audiobook that I finished was The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the 2nd book in the Raven cycle. I have now started the 3rd. I'm a couple of chapters into it. And Dream Thieves was very odd in that there's a plot that is set up in the 1st book, The Raven Boys, which does not get resolved. And then in this book is completely dropped. The characters reference that this is the thing we do, but no progress was made on the search for Owain Glendower at all. And now that I've started the 3rd book, we've hopped back into the search for Owain Glendower. It's very strange. My theory is that The Dream Thieves was meant to be a sort of inter-novel novella or short story, because it's perfect for that. We explore more of one of the kind of more side characters' backstory and learn lots of interesting things about him. So I would put some serious money down on this having originally supposed to have been a novella, and then it just got longer and longer, and they turned it into a whole novella and part of the series. But I think you could probably get away with just skipping it, going from book 1 to book 3. Maybe you'd be a little bit confused. Now you need to know about the Gray Man. But yeah, it was if you just look at it on its own, it was good, but as part of the series, it was very odd. And so because of that, I'm a little unsure of how to rate it. Like, let's just say 3.5. Oh, another thing is I'm listening to the audiobooks and Will Patton does the narration. And normally I quite like him, but for our sort of main antagonist, Joseph Kavinsky, he does a very strange voice. Kavinsky is like I think he's from Virginia, maybe it's Pennsylvania, but he's like a sort of snotty high schooler. Will Patton, for some reason, gives him the voice of like a 40-year-old sleazy man from Brooklyn or something. It's a very weird accent, and it's not super pleasant to listen to, and it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the way anyone's talking, and it doesn't really fit in with Kavinsky as a character. I mean, he's a kind of gross dude, but I didn't love that. So moving on to my currently reading, you may have noticed I did not mention Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. That's because I'm still working on it. That means this book has broken a new record for me. It is now a book that I will be reading in 3 different calendar years. I read chapters 1 and 2 in 2015. I read chapters, 3 through 18 in 2016. And then I will read chapters 18 to the end, presumably, in 2017. I'm in many cases lacking motivation to pick this book up. Like, sometimes it gets good, but there's schlock. There's always schlock in between the good parts. And so if I stop reading at a good part, I will be eager to pick it up and continue. But if I stop reading at a schlocky part, I just put it down for like 2 weeks. And I have about 100 pages to the end, so like hopefully I can sprint that. But I don't know if I can sprint that. And then I don't really have any other plans for my January TBR. It's a new year, open book, open shelves. Just gonna read what comes to me. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a happy new year.